little bit of an update. So the lady that came to view the house on Tuesday, was it Tuesday? Yeah, because it's oh, it's all blurring into one. Yeah, so the lady that came to view the house on Tuesday, very nice, a lady called Anna, had a real good look around, and then had a phone call from the estate agent yesterday, saying that she absolutely loved the house, and that she'd like to come back and do a second viewing, but this time she wants to bring her parents with her. So she's coming at 12:30 tomorrow. So I've just booked some more viewings for us this weekend over in Lincolnshire. There's a couple of properties that we want to have a look at. One which we both like, and I've shown it to mum and dad, and they like as well. 2 bathrooms, yay, absolutely. So there's a great shower room on the ground floor, which would be ideal for mum and dad to nip in and out of once they've come down and had some breakfast, that kind of stuff. So it's all moving, all progressing quite nicely. This week has been fairly busy, work as in day job stuff, but also I've had to start preparing what I'm going to be doing for the Mixed Media Mayhem class in December. So the Mixed Media Mayhem class is, if you don't know what we did in the previous one earlier in the year, is this time there are 4 teachers. So there's myself, there's Ian, there's Kay from Indigo Blue, and there's TV's Leonie Pujol, who's going to be teaching. And what we tend to do is we all have a big table each that sits 12. So everybody comes onto the table and then they do the project, and then when they've finished the project they get up and they move tables and then do the project with the other person. So throughout the day you get 4 different projects with 4 different teachers, and they're all mixed media projects. So some 3D, some journaling, some I've got a squeaky chair again, obviously it needs tightening back up again. So that's what we'll be doing on December the 14th, which is a Saturday. So to make sure that everybody's doing something different, we all kind of need to know what we're all doing beforehand. So once we've decided what we're doing, we'll then let the other tutors know so that they don't do anything too similar. So I was kind of trying to think of something which I'd not done before, because the last time we did this, I did the triple butterfly frame. I don't know whether you remember it. Let me go and get you it to show you that, because it's just here up on the wall. There we go. So this was the project that we did last time. So it's like a 3 shadow box frames all linked together by the central frame, and then we put it all together, did the crackle effect on the front frame, and then cut out the butterflies and stuck the butterflies down and all that kind of stuff. So this was the project that we did for the last Mixed Media Mayhem, and also there's a little hanger on the back as well, so you can stick it up on the wall once you've done. So I wanted to do something a bit different this time, and then I remembered a while ago that I did a little mini porthole journal. I don't know whether you remember this. And then I sold the kits, the little all at sea kits, little crab, as a separate thing. So you could get the journal covers, which are 4.5 inches, I think they are. Just check on there, 104. Yeah, they're about 4.5 inches square. And then the little porthole kit you can get as a separate thing if you want to decorate it, to create a little mini journal. For the Mixed Media Mayhem class, I'm going to do a larger version of this. But again, you'll have all of the bits and that kind of stuff to do and decorate. But it won't be out of wood, because this is out of wood. The one for the Mixed Media Mayhem class is going to be out of grey board. And as you can see, there's all the bits. So I've done my first prototype and decorated it last night, but Ian's taken it to Indigo Blue this morning to give them so they can do some photography on it, and advertise, what they're going to be doing on the Mixed Media Mayhem. So that's what I've been busy with this week. So I've not really had a chance to sit down and do anything for me. So, but I do need to make sure I've got everything sorted for this weekend's mission inspiration. So that's my plan for today. So that and get some laundry in. But, you know, you don't want to know about that, do you? Because that's boring stuff. Are you ready then? Come on then. There's little one as well, look. It's Saturday afternoon, 1:30. I've just finished doing all the mission inspiration stuff, scheduled all the posts, all that kind of stuff. That's all gone live now, and I've just finished doing my art journal page, edited all the footage, and then got it all uploaded. So now I'm just popping out to the shops. I just thought I would come down to one of the ones I haven't been to for a while. We don't actually need anything, but I'm coming out just for a bit of change of scenery, a bit of fresh air, if you like, just because otherwise I'd just be sat kind of staring into space or just doing laundry, you know what I mean. So I've just started coming down one of the main roads towards the supermarket, only to find that some of it's blocked off by the police. So there's obviously been some kind of incident. So at the end of the road where the traffic lights are, there's a little convenience store, a supermarket, little mini supermarket, which is always getting held up. So I'm wondering whether or not that's happened again. In the 5 years that we've been here, it's happened about 4 or 5 times, at least once a year. So yeah, by the looks of it, 2 police cars that I can see with the lights flashing. It's just taken a while for traffic to get through. So there you go. It was nothing quite so exciting as a hold up. It was just a car accident. Looks like nobody was injured. So it's just gone 4 o'clock on Monday afternoon. So the last couple of days have been a little bit of a blur. As you can see, I've had a little bit of a trim because yesterday we had a viewing on a house that we were interested in. So we drove over to Retford, where the house was. It's a beautiful detached Edwardian villa with a lot of the original features and details still within the house, even after all this time. So we're extremely interested in it. It's been on our kind of watch list for quite some time. I've shown it to mum and dad. They really like it. They like the style. They like the look of the house. So we thought it was about time that we actually went and did a proper viewing on it. Just so that you're all caught up, the lady that did the viewing on our house, this one, last week came back on Friday with her father and had a second viewing. And obviously she quite liked it. She really liked it. So in the meantime, we thought we'd go down and look at this one in Retford, which isn't too far away from Indigo Blue. It's actually a 6-minute drive to Indigo Blue. But anyway, so we thought we'd go have a look at it. So when we got there, we arrived a little bit early. So we got the dogs out of the car and we took them for a walk. Now, just around the back of the property, the house backs onto a row of bungalows, so it's going to be quiet because they're older people. But also, that row also backed onto the Chesterfield Canal. And as we were walking the dogs along the canal towpath, it was just full of ducks, mallard ducks. So it was really, really nice. So after we'd walked the dogs, it's about time for us to go and meet the estate agent, to go back and do the viewing. We met the estate agent just outside, and then we went in and had a thorough walk around the property, and into the garden and all that kind of stuff, and had a really, really good look. Spent a bit of time chatting with the agent as well, about our situation and the situation of the sellers that are selling the house and all that kind of stuff, just to get a feel for where the lay of the land was. And it's really, really nice house. 2 bathrooms, in case you're asking or wondering. 2 bathrooms. There's an upstairs bathroom with bath, toilet, and sink, which is quite nicely decorated, Edwardian-ish, modern Edwardian, if you like. But there's also a separate shower room downstairs that has a shower cubicle, a fairly large shower cubicle. It has a toilet, a bidet, and a sink as well, and that's right next to the kitchen diner. The house has a kitchen diner, which is the same size as the one that we've got, but it's actually 2 foot wider, so more space. And there's lots of original kind of built-in cabinets, and there's a walk-in pantry and all that kind of stuff. All that kind of period detail is still kind of there in the house, but just modern decorated, which we can turn back the clock on. So anyway, so we left there at about 2 o'clock, came back home again. And this morning, we received a phone call from our estate agent saying that the lady had put a formal offer in this house. It was a fairly lowish offer, but that was a good point for negotiation. So throughout the day, we've been back and forth with her, and I'm happy to say we've now agreed on a price and have accepted her offer. So we've sold this. It's gone, and we've agreed to take it off the market. So that's it. It's done. It's sold. And then after that, I phoned the estate agent from the house that we'd seen yesterday, and we put a formal offer in for that one. But we won't find out whether that's been accepted or not until possibly tomorrow, because obviously it's Monday and the owner of the house is probably working and all that kind of stuff. But she thinks that the offer will, give or take. We may just have to negotiate a little bit around the price, but she thinks we'll accept it because we're in a really good position, because we have no mortgage, no nothing like that. We only have a little bit of a chain because the seller that's buying this, or the buyer that's buying this, has already sold her house, so she's sold subject to contract, and so on. But because there's no mortgage or anything on ours, it's basically classed as cash from sale. So that puts us in a really strong position. So there are other people that are interested in the house that we want to buy, but they haven't sold their houses yet. So they're not in a position to put an offer in like we are. So, yeah. So fingers crossed, by the end of tomorrow, we'll know whether or not we've bought a new house. I'll let you know. So it's 8 o'clock in the evening, and I've just gone to let Bentley out for a little wee, only to find this has happened. We've had snow. The first snow of winter. So it's now about 10:30 on Monday night, and as you can see, we have a proper winter scene out there. Look at that. That could almost be the front of a Christmas card, couldn't it? And it's still snowing now. So I wonder what it's going to be like in the morning. And I've got to go take Mum shopping tomorrow. Oh, good morning. It's Tuesday on this cold and snowy Tuesday morning. It's just gone 9:30. I'm going over to Mum's this morning. Usually I go shopping with her on Wednesdays, but I'm doing it today because A, we've got a meeting this afternoon, and B, Ian's working tomorrow. Well, he's actually going to be working Wednesday, Thursday, so can't do it. So I'm going to go and just do a bit of shopping for Mum, just to last her till the weekend. My sister's coming through on Saturday morning. Coming through on Saturday morning, so I'm just adjusting the air conditioning. And then she's taking Mum and Dad back with her back to Hull for 4 or 5 days. So she'll be away. Mum and Dad will be away then till Wednesday next week. So it's going to be a busy week next week for them anyway. She's looking forward to doing some of her own Christmas shopping this year, and Dad will have the opportunity as well to do some shopping, which he doesn't normally get a chance to do. So they're really looking forward to that. So yeah, but it's very cold today, as you can see with the white stuff. But also, after I spoke to you last night about putting in an offer on the house in Retford and having to wait for an answer, we only had to wait an hour, and the offer's been accepted. So we've sold a house yesterday and bought a house yesterday. So it looks as though, because nobody wants to move over Christmas, particularly not in this weather, it looks as though we're heading towards kind of end of January, beginning of February for a move. So that seems to be like the general sort of consensus across the board for when people want to shuffle around, because obviously houses have got to be empty for people to move into and blah blah blah. So there are a couple of houses in the chain. The couple that we're buying the house from, which is the one we went to see on Sunday, I think I mentioned that it's a marriage breakup. So they're going their separate ways. The lady that's buying ours has sold hers, but I think she sold hers to first-time buyers. So the chain's not long. The chain isn't long. So yeah, with any luck, it'll be 8 to 10 weeks, and then we'll be in the new forever home. So to say I'm excited is an understatement. Still got some snow, as you can see, but it started to go. It's not even the end of November yet, look, and yeah, people have already started putting up the Christmas lights. Good grief. I'd like to say a huge thank you to all of my angels, because without you, these videos would not be possible. And don't forget, you can access your exclusive angel-only content over on my website. There's a link in the description area below. Thank you.